It's only just begun.
Woo! Woo! Woo!
All right. Yeah, back in the saddle. How are you, everyone? So let me get comfy real quick. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't feel good.
Why?
I feel like fucking shit because you sent me to that Chinese place. I felt like shit all day.
Yeah. What did I tell you, though?
You said it was the best Chinese food.
No.
Yeah, you told me
what
that.
What did I say on text?
You told me that.
What did I say on text, though?
You said not
Don't
to
give me shiz.
Well, you just said not to give you shiz, but for 2 weeks you've been like, this is the best
Suppose
Chinese.
That's what I heard.
You went there. How many times have you been there?
Yeah, but I don't have a refined palate like you.
Well, first,
you know the good food. I don't know the good food. Every time I recommend something, it's like, hey, Billy, go fuck yourself. Never talk again.
Dude, you take it too personally. I take you, good place. I take you. I show you good food. I take you.
Yeah.
You just never had good Chinese food. I'm
never
assuming.
In my life.
That was disgusting, and I feel sick, and it probably had soy in it. And I'm angry.
It probably had a lot of soy in it, and that's what I'd like to talk about to start this podcast. So we were watching the Jones, Adam Curry. They said soy raisin. That just piqued my interest, and like, hey man, sometimes something piques my interest. I'll look into it. But it's getting close to November. My powers are all time fucking high. My autism's fucking flaring up, and I'm getting real weird vibes from all this fucking the soybean oil, all that stuff. I'm fucking soybean oil is legitimate poison.
It's giving me goy face.
Yes. So they, I think since the 20th century, it's ramped up 100-fold in like intake of soybean oil. Now, I'm retarded, but around that area, that's the Rockefellers and stuff coming to power. And what else happened when Rockefeller came to power? All modern medicine became petroleum-based. All cancers skyrocketed through the fucking roof. So these soybean oils are fucked. And I think it almost seems like they just have trash and they're like, fuck it, we'll give it to them. Like, we don't feel like throwing this shit out.
Yeah, I definitely believe they feed us trash.
We're no different than at this point, we're no different than a landfill to these people who are like, what the fuck are we going to do with all this shit? Give it to these guys. It'll give them cancer.
They have to eat. Yeah.
And you ate probably low grade soy. Like also in China, they're getting like oils out of the sewer. That's why I don't really fuck with anything from China. Like you offered me a vape, and I was like, you know what? Like, I'm good on them for now because I'm getting a weird feeling in my chest, and not from smoking vapes, just like general vibe feeling.
Yeah.
Where it's like, this is a bad idea. We're supposed to be in a nuclear war with all these boys. And I can't be buying Cali Maxes from.
Well, you know the feeling you get, like, not when you're gonna throw up, but like leading up to it. Like, you know when you're like hungover or something, and you're like, I think I might throw up today.
Yeah,
like,
but
I felt like that all day today from these fucking soup dumplings.
But the gut feeling of it's going to, like, when I'm hungover, there's a time
when you know it's gonna happen.
I'm like, yeah, obviously you're gonna throw up at some point. You can't force it, but it's going to happen. You know you're gonna throw up.
Yeah,
it's that pre-effect that you get.
I've denied that a couple times and tried to rip a coffee, and I'll rip a coffee and like just try to go about my day, and I'm just denying it to myself. I'm like, I'm not gonna hurl. I'm not gonna hurl. And then when I throw up, dude, I'm throwing up like hot coffee.
Yeah, you're throwing up hot.
It's fucking insane.
Yeah, I can't until that throw up happens. If I am that viciously hungover, I won't leave my room because I know it's going to happen. Last time I did it, I lost my phone 3 Labor Days ago. Went to Verizon, came home, I said hi to my neighbor, and I had to turn around immediately because I was then going to throw up, and I threw up on the street and then walked back into my house. That's the downest I've ever been down. That's
your low? That's your rock bottom? That's your AA story?
I wasn't too happy. You know what I mean? I wasn't pumped up on my my shit. Well, hold on one sec. I got to put this in so I can take. All right. Yeah.
I'm sorry, dude.
I mean, you got to knock it off, dude. At this point, like, you're just not broke anymore. Just turn the heat on.
I'm sorry.
At least put it on 60.
This is my season, you know what I mean?
I thought I was cool like this whole time working on the intro before this. I was like, oh, I'm fine. My head wasn't in it. Then I lay back to try to get comfortable, and I start shivering inside. And those days are behind us.
I'm sorry, man. I don't
you're
feel it.
You're fucked right now because you had soy in the system. And, dude, it's not your fault. It's whoever the fuck started pushing this shit on us. So.
I mean, left to my own devices, it's just going to be dark and cold.
Why is the air that's blowing on me cold right now? That's why I don't understand.
I put it on. I put the heat on.
I'll fuck with you. Yeah, so they talked about, Adam Curry and Jones talked about this soy rage fucking thing. And there was a Japanese article in PubMed, starting to get warm, Japanese article in PubMed that was like all about this stuff. A lot of that shit, though, was very scientific. No thank you. There's money involved in that. I just go off sick-ass.
Science, not for you.
Yeah, sick articles I get sweet vibes off of. So this one is a long-term soy consumption makes monkeys aggressive loners, shocking study with possible human implications, 2022.
Holy shit.
So they...
Wait, say that again?
Long-term soy consumption. This is going to blow your fuck. I told you this article's fucking good. Long-term soy consumption makes monkeys aggressive loners, shocking study with possible human implications.
So you're saying, you read super fast, by the way. You're a great reader. So it makes them loners?
Aggressive loners.
And aggressive.
Yes.
Okay, wow.
When they're doing this real hardcore, and you'll understand why. So soybean oil is the most widely consumed oil. So, like, it's in chips. It's in, like, anything. All I can say to my fellow man and women, if it's in a box, don't fucking eat it at this point because they're literally just giving you dementia and fucking cancer.
So I'm just soyed the fuck out.
If you're munching stuff all day long in the bag,
I don't eat a lot.
that's good.
Yeah.
I think somewhere
Somehow this happened, but I don't eat a lot.
refined sugars will get you. So, yeah. So it says, like I was saying earlier, consumption increased 100-fold after the 20th century. So, like, it's just been getting pushed into fucking everything. And I honest to God, like, maybe the like will last longer if it's not like animal fats that are used instead of this shit. Like, maybe for that. But bro, like, we have Whole Foods fucking everywhere. We have freeze dryers. Like,
Well, you're missing the point of the soy.
what?
So like it's just the cheapest, fastest thing to do.
So that's all it is.
That's all it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
It's a more like it's an easier thing to grow than corn, believe it or not.
And the other thing is, like, when you have things like the Impossible Burgers, which we can get into later, but they have so much soy in them, it's fucking insane, and they're very legitimately bad for you. They're almost taking them off the shelves. They're so fucking bad for you.
You're saying if I ate an Impossible Burger, I might as well start transing.
Yes, literally, dude, it gets worse. The crazy shit is there was a British doctor did an experiment, and he had people with these, I think they're called isoflavones or something like that. Don't fucking crucify me, obviously, retard. But in the experiment, they had serious weight gain, anxiety, sleeplessness, loss of libido, and changes in the structure of the brain that were typical to drug addicts.
Can we check all those boxes?
Literally. And then weeks after the experiment ended, people still had their brains fucked up. So when you're eating these soybean oils, it's fucking with your brain so hard that it makes you keep on eating fucking junk.
The loner thing is really interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like for some, it destroys all parts of your body. It just completely destroys it. So like, I think it was like 3 or 4 weeks after consumption of soy oils in your diet, your brain is still fucked up and saying like Gib snacks.
Okay.
Which is fucking gross in and of itself. That it just does that to your fucking brain when you're just trying to eat chippies. You know what I mean? So the other thing that troubles me a little bit, there was a mice study with this shit. They were giving it to mice. Mice were chilling out. It fucked up their production of oxytocin. Do you know what oxytocin is?
I think it's how you bond with a child.
Bond with a child, bond with a lover. You become a social animal. Like, oxytocin makes you trust people.
Oh, so this is how you become a loner.
Yes. So
Okay.
oxytocin makes you trust people, fall in love, and all this stuff. And especially for the fucking brokies. If you're on the dole or EBT, whatever, the only thing you're getting, it's literal eugenics. The only thing you're getting is prepackaged soybean shit, which makes you fucking weird and you can't like talk to anyone.
Yeah. I want you to go through your notes, but I want to come back to this loner thing.
Yeah.
Because I was talking to Matt yesterday and I pretty much figured out paranoia.
We can
Yeah.
slowly go through my notes because if you
we'll
don't
get back to that though.
No, we can just talk about it right now because
Yeah.
if you don't stop me, I'm gonna hammer through this in 5 minutes.
So like I was talking to Matt, it's like so I believe that it's like, you know how we're always talking about how it's like a mind control, the isolation, the lockdowns.
Yes.
Like a mind control type of a thing.
Yeah.
With the masks and all this. And we don't really know what's going on, but something's going on. That had nothing to do with getting a shot and the virus and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Obviously, that was something going on. But like, when you're, so paranoia to me at least is when you can't check, if you go too long without checking reality, your mind will just create, you're constantly creating reality all day long.
Yes.
You're like, this is this, this is this. But if you're by yourself, this can get off track and you don't know it.
Oh.
And checking out with everyone around you is like how you prevent going off the deep end into like schizophrenia.
Yeah, losing your mind.
Yeah, but like if you're telling me that they're feeding us stuff that will shut down oxytocin and the longing to be around other people, and to get those like reality checks, it will build a paranoia.
I mean, that's literally what it's doing.
And like, it is a terrifying emotion. Like, I believe it's an emotion. Like, because when you're in it, it is terrifying.
What, paranoia?
Yeah, when you're in it, it is the scariest thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I was freaking out last night.
It's the whole world. You know what I mean? So like,
I know exactly
if they can feed you into this, on top of lockdowns and isolation,
and make it addictive.
Yeah, I mean, this is like, that's a slam dunk for them. If you want to be controlled, if you need someone to come save you now, you'll take anyone
to make this shit go away.
To make the paranoia go away.
Yeah, that's why I started to get real weirded out about it. Like, starting to think about the Rockefellers and their whole, like, their version of sick care. Because I'm not going to call it healthcare. I'm done calling it healthcare. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fake vaccines.
Yeah. So with their whole rollout of shit, this literally, like, not to get into just classic conspiracy shit, but it seems like some Rothschild Rockefeller shit where they're pushing, like, these things don't need to be in our system. Everyone was chilling before this. If you look at, and I'm not even like looking like that, but if you look at pictures back in the 70s of like chicks and dudes on the beaches, they're like semi-shredded.
Everyone was shredded.
Not even trying. Like, your body, like, and my mom was on this forever about like Wawa, preservatives, and all that stuff. Your body cannot break this shit down. Not only soybean oil, but also all the other weird shit they put in, like plastics and all that stuff. It just sits in your body, and people just sit there and wonder, why the fuck is cancer at an all-time high?
Well, dude, like, food's just the same as everything else. Like, if you're not getting what you need, if you're not getting your needs met, you'll seek out it, like, through your rational mind. You'll go seek out the shit that will feed all your needs, right?
Yes.
But when you don't get the right stuff, you develop, like, a perversion.
Well,
like,
you also need more of it to be satiated. So, like, you have to eat a fuck ton of junk food to feel good, or steak.
That's how it becomes perverted. So, like, it becomes a perversion of eating. And it's the same thing with porn. Like, if we were all wearing our porn suits, we would be obese. It would be my 600-pound life, take me out of my house with a crane. You know what I mean?
You'd have bed sores.
If we all had to live with our vices on our bodies, we would all look like perversions of humanity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
and it's kind of like, imagine if they want to do that to you. Imagine if they want to destroy you.
Yeah, they kind of are, because like if you look at all the royals,
or maybe we're just loners that ate too much soy.
That's what I'm saying. That could have been it for a while, because I would just like, I was always eating out because it was just easy, and I was like, dude, I'm always eating out.
Yeah,
I was
and
fucking
there's chicks there and shit.
225.
You're a sitter. You're a sitter.
Big time sitter. 225 pounds. Like, dude, I just like 225 is just what I am. Like, I'm always 225 pounds. Been it forever. But I've also never upped or down my caloric intake. It's been the same, but it's always been eating out. I stop eating out and immediately go down to 208. Makes zero fucking sense.
Yeah, same with me.
And with an increase in
somehow
strength.
I was as much as Liver King, which is fucking me up.
Dude.
I don't understand how I weighed as much as Liver King. And I talked to Tom about it. He said, yeah, dude, you're dense. And it's like, I don't look fat.
You got big getaway sticks, though.
I know, but he has huge getaway sticks.
Not really, dude.
You're saying fucking Liver King skipping leg day.
I'm not saying he's skipping leg day, but I'm saying his legs aren't anything crazy.
Whatever.
He's a powerful man, but I'm not taking anything away from him. I'm just saying.
It's just the confusion. I've heard Rogan say he's 200. I've heard Liver King say he's 190.
Yeah.
And I said on the scale it says 191. I got fucking Campbell soup arms, bro.
I know. I honest to God, I just think you hold weight specially. I don't know. It's hard to explain it, because I don't think that you're fat, so I can't sit there and describe, well, this is what's fat about you. Because nothing's necessarily fat about you. And if you ever had to play a game like Madden 2007, you would put the slider up, and you're not at the point where the slider's all the way up and you're like, oh, that's a fat guy. You're a fucking bulky, stocky guy. I told you can't get pushed over.
No, that's not happening.
We've been over this probably a year ago, bruiser.
I know. I'm just, dude, it's still fucking with my head. It's fine.
I don't
Move
think,
on. I'm sorry.
I don't think you are.
Sorry.
Okay, so that's what they're with the oxytocin and all that shit. That's what's leading to like the low, because the monkeys were being fucking weird. Like the ones who were, I think it's right here. It said in the monkeys fed higher amounts of isoflavones. Please, if I'm saying that wrong, bear with me. Frequencies of intense aggressive, they were 67% higher than the other monkeys, and submissive behavior was 203% higher. So I don't know how the fuck that even works, but they're aggressive and submissive.
That's BDSM, bro.
That's soy boys, dude. Like, this is pure. Like, when I'm looking at this and looking at the monkeys, it's like, dude, these fucking fellas are over here in West Philly fucking motherfucking everyone in the world, getting tough, thinking they could fight someone like me. No shot. And then turning around and being like, oh, yeah, sorry, I'll put on the mask. Oh, what's your pronouns? I'll say exactly whatever pronouns you want.
Are you a bull? This is my wife.
Exactly. 67% more aggressive, and I can see that because at the end of the day, they don't want to go all the way with a fucking one
Good
with
point.
a fire in their eye. I can see a 67% uptick in fucking aggressive behavior. I can see an even more higher in submissive. 203% uptick in submissive makes sense to me.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Is there any soy in any of these craft beers?
Fucking A right. All the IPAs and shit.
Well, I'll tell you what.
How you think you get titties?
I'll tell you what. I like to joke around. I like to have a good time at the bar. And there's a lot of guys, man, that you can tell have never been in a fight.
Yeah.
That talk like it's time to fight. And
Dude.
you can see it, and I'm like, dude, like, there's no end to the fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if this starts, dude, like, one of us is going down because I can't just.
You're going to have to grab your hind legs and pull you off.
I can't win a fight.
Yeah.
I can only fight to the death.
You can only scream, cry until you're knocked out or that person's knocked out. Yeah, they're fucked. So it said in addition to the, let's see here, in addition to the proportion of time spent by these monkeys in physical contact with other monkeys, it was reduced 68%, and time spent in proximity to the other monkeys was reduced by 50%, and time spent alone was increased by 30%. So these dudes are just piecing the fuck out because they're literally fucking with their mental.
Yeah, I mean, you got to wonder if they just did this because it's cheaper and then all this shit's going down and they're like,
but it's the
this is
perfect
crazy.
control mechanism, and you're so fucking like, you're dying for daddy so hard that when the government comes and is like, do this, you're like, fuck yeah, I'm going to listen, and you're just aggressive enough to go out there and want to do something and fucking riot.
I mean, like I said, dude, anything to end the anxiety and the paranoia.
Yes.
You know, the shit is terrifying if they're actually experiencing it.
I mean, dude, they're putting you on these fucking diets that are so subprimal. It's not even funny. Tofu and all that shit.
Our ancestors never touched that stuff.
Dude, tofu, Impossible Burgers, all this stuff. They're like sitting there on forums like, how do I get iodine? You get iodine from fucking salt. Get iodine from cranberry juice. Literally anything. Eat a fucking steak. Eat fish. You'll get tons of iodine from fish. It's great for you. And these people are like, oh no, for the environment, I'm going to sit there and I'm going to eat this fucking tofu.
You know who the Attorney General
All
was?
the different organs. Kamala.
Yeah, dude. I saw that. I fucking lost my mind. Yeah, that
Nah, bro, for real. It's like I was in Rome and I didn't have any Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
And then when I connected to the Wi-Fi, I got all the headlines and I thought I wrote them down. Dude, I might not even write them down, so fucking out of it.
it was kind of fucking insane when you were gone because like right when you left,
Dude, it was so much shit. It was fucking Fed texted me that the Yellowstone's blowing up and it's connected to the Madrid fault line.
oh,
remember
really?
that from
Yeah,
the eclipse?
Yeah, from the eclipse. The new Madrid fault
The
line.
new Madrid, that was there. The Counter-Strike thing happened.
CrowdStrike.
Exactly.
They did not want to fucking talk about that on Matt and Shane's. Dude, that was a part of the perfect phone call.
Yo, I know it was. And you know what?
It was a perfect phone call he made.
That cost Delta 500 mil.
CrowdStrike cost Delta 500 fucking mil. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. Yeah, that shit was fucking making me go insane because that goes back to like, I completely forgot about the DNC servers and how like the dude from CrowdStrike is from Ukraine.
Guccifer and all that shit, I think, is CrowdStrike.
Yes, all
I
that.
can't remember it all.
It
I
is.
think Seth Rich is part of
Yes,
CrowdStrike.
It's all part
It's
of the
all
D-
like
it's
this-
the DNC leak, which they blamed on the Russians. When in reality, it was.
It couldn't have been the Russians. Shout out Bill Binney. I sent you that one video.
I know. I
Did you
watched
watch
some.
it?
I watched
Yeah.
some of it. That has a lot of fucking info on it.
All right, I thought I wrote these down, but so anyway, my phone goes up and it's just like how she pulled it off. She worked the phones. She has narrowed the gap. Man, I'm sorry about this, Bill.
Notes app.
Notes.
It's perfect handwriting.
So she has narrowed the gap, I guess, on Trump or whatever in the polls.
Dude.
That was it. It was like how she pulled, how she
This
got.
is right when you landed from Cairo?
It was in Rome. It was like I had no Wi-Fi for a while.
Yeah.
And then I got it, and it was like how she pulled it off, like getting the nomination. She worked the phones. Then it was like she's closing the gap on Trump. It's like in my head, I'm reading these. It's like yeah, right. Then it's like many Indian Americans see Harris as a diaspora success. I mean, bro, she's just a fucking regular person. Like she's not from another country, right?
No, she's not. She has a Hindu, I think, mom and a Jamaican dad.
Yeah, and then it's like the Obamas endorsed her. And then it was like voters eager to elect the first female president. It's different this time. Things have changed since Hillary. That's another thing they're pushing really hard.
What,
They're
Hillary?
going around and they're saying last time, a woman president's really needed and women are angrier this time. And they're going around making these weird articles where they're interviewing people and they're just getting them to say whatever the fuck they want.
Obviously.
They're trying to because they only
It's
have
like interviewing Beetlejuice.
it feels like such an accelerated pace because they only have 100 days.
Yeah.
So they have to do what they normally do over the course of 2 years in 100 days. So they're blasting me with this shit in in the last 10 days. They've pushed her up to rallying with Meg the Stallion.
Well, dude, I got my answer. Remember, I was like, dude, who the fuck are they going to pull out to do this weird rap at the DNCs? It's Meg the Stallion and Quavo. Do you know who Quavo is?
No, but I have a question for you.
Yes.
And the country has a generational question. Is being a brat a good thing now?
Chill, dude. Chill.
This is the shit I'm getting hit with on my phone. And then finally,
We'll
all
get
right,
demonetized if I get into that.
Tell me who Quimbo is.
Quavo. He's part of Migos. One of the dudes
Oh,
got
I've heard
shot
of
in the
Migos,
fucking head. But dude, I was real confused because it was in Atlanta, so that was they're from Atlanta. But fucking, I was real confused when I watched Narcos because Michelle Obama's on the board of Netflix or whatever. They threw Migos in the Narcos Mexico out of fucking nowhere, and then out of nowhere,
Mayo just got wrapped up.
Mayo did get fucking taken, but Quavo's there talking about gun violence in the streets and shit like that, and I was like, oh fuck, these people supposedly those guys were just drug dealers who then became rap, they were washing their money with rap, and then just kind of became famous.
That's
fucking
Migos.
rappers.
Yeah,
Yes,
I remember Migos.
So that is who's going up to bat, and Meg the Stallion, who's literally just talking about fucking fat pussies and shit on stage.
That's Wet Ass Pussy, right?
She's
Or
part
no,
of.
she's part of it?
the duo that created Wet Ass Pussy.
Okay,
I think it's her and Cardi B
And Ben Shapiro.
and Ben Shapiro. Yeah.
There's then I got another one. It was breaking news. Kamala's ahead in the polls. So they
Insane.
did that in the course of while I planned this trip because I was like nothing's going on a month ago.
Yeah.
I was like, well, yeah, I'll duck out and it'll be no big deal.
Dog days of summer.
Yeah.
Fucking dude, they
The Secret Service chief fucking quit.
well, dude, the thing that we never got into with the Secret Service is Mayorkas.
Netton came and spoke at the Congress.
That was fucking a travesty.
I mean, yeah, Netton,
28
Mayorkas.
9/11s or whatever the fuck he you can't be adding numbers. I'll tell you that.
Zero civilian casualties.
Yeah, they supposedly the one that just happened in Israel, that was the big deal.
Yeah.
Wasn't Israelis and there wasn't kids who died. It was some other people, but they just bombed the shit out of Beirut because of that.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But fucking the weird shit about the
The
Kamala.
Egyptians are not with it.
Are you serious?
They're not feeling those boys.
How'd you fare, Fod?
Hey man, they just straight up ask you, "Hey, have you ever been to Israel?" And I laugh. I go, "Fuck no, dude." Then you're good.
Yeah, they're pretty fucking pissed off right now. Yeah, it was weird as shit because you're gone and I'm chilling there, and then you're like, "Holy shit, dude, you called it," and it's fucking Biden stepping down and all that shit. I was like, "All right, I'll take that." It's not a real hard call, but out in dude, he was fucking
Craziest thing is hitting us with the fake Biden,
dude.
because dude,
They're doing it to us on purpose.
yeah.
There's it's
when
so
you,
obvious.
When you make my body double, Do the same thing, please.
6 footer. Obviously, Spade's always been 6 foot, dude. What are you talking about? He's tall as shit.
Don't be weird about it.
Just walking around with me and Tom, just taller than us. Like he's been like that his whole fucking life. You guys, just bad camera angles and lighting.
Always taller than girls.
It's camera angles and lighting that fuck it up every time. But fucking like, dude, they shadow banned Trump on Google.
Dude, that's why I was like, man, how is the world not still talking about the fact that fucking Trump got? So they took.
He faked it.
I mean, dude, I've never.
It was a fake shot that a circus act. Fucking
No,
shot his ear.
they came out now. The New York Times came out, and just in case, if you really want to know from an authoritative source, it wasn't shrapnel. It was a bullet or part of a bullet, dude. Okay. So just
be a bullet.
stop it with your conspiracy theories blowing on.
Yeah,
But
they're going so hard with that.
yeah, like I thought it was all gonna be like that shit. Like Crooks was looking up how far away Lee Harvey Oswald was.
Really?
You know? Yeah, that was like his. They're like fabricating his Google searches and stuff like that.
The fucking bizarre thing was like, dude, that shit came and went, and they all were like, dude, Trump's
No, it didn't come and go. This is what I'm saying.
on the
Like,
news cycle.
I'm saying I've never seen him do this before in my whole life. Never seen like it's scary. I've never seen him move this quick.
It's the
And
coolest thing that happened, and they completely buried it.
And I didn't know that they could do this kind of coordination. And then it was like a power move where Kamala got the Obamas. That fucking meant
At first, she didn't.
I think that she is just the front man to whatever California mob, because whatever's going on with the cartels
Yes.
and whatever's going on with Kamala right now is all connected. This is a California move.
Yeah, obviously.
This is California trying to take over the country.
She's the border czar.
Because people are leaving California and they're heading over to Texas, and it's going to be a whole different. And they're trying to kick off a race war for sure.
Easily, dude.
I mean, that thing, you started having those kind of rallies. That little clip you showed me. I mean, hey man, that's not for me. That's not for guys like me.
There's dudes.
That might be for like white dudes that like Harris on Zooms.
There's dudes.
I'm boycotting Zoom, dude.
I know they fucking hate about child trafficking, but there's a dude in the background of the Kamala thing. It's just like an older white dude that's probably just a Democrat. It's like, I'm gonna go to Kamala's thing.
Yeah.
Megan Thee Stallion's doing her thing, and the dude doesn't know what to do, so he just starts moving his arm like this. His right arm just in and out.
That's a dance. Dude.
But the thing that's confusing the shit of me, I have 2 people that enjoy code switching. I just have to find them. Where are you? Here it is. Yeah, this is great.
No ways tired.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
From where I started from, nobody told me that the road would be easy.
It doesn't even sound that bad now after hearing the Kamala one.
To leave me.
And you all helped us win in 2020, and we're going to do it again
We're
in
gonna do it again.
2024.
It sounds like a pastor's wife
Yeah.
from Georgia, bro. That chick's frauding hard as fuck, but like the weird thing is like that news stuff's working because my uncle's like, dude, she's gonna win it.
Yeah, people are dumb. Most people are retarded. So like, this is all they have to do. And feel how confident you'd be. You'd be so confident you'd pull off a full-on satanic opening ceremony for the Olympics.
Nah, I didn't fuck with that at all, bro. That was like it.
You could have a tranny worshiping fucking. I mean, that's weird. You want to be fucking weird? That's weird, bro.
Yeah,
You know what's fucking weird? JD Vance saying Happy Pride to his tranny friend, and then saying, "I'm thinking of braving the crowds in San Francisco just to people watch." After attending the Pride Day parade, he wrote, "It felt more like a frat party than I expected. Still nice to see a lot of happy people." Yo, dude, that is fucking weird. Went to a Pride parade in 2015.
Yeah, I think in Yale he might have played that cookie game.
Oh, come on, dude.
They're saying
I
that.
don't feel
Oh shit,
no
sorry.
ways tired.
My foot just did. I don't feel no ways tired about that.
Yeah, that's fucked up. I was reading that shit where it's like you got some weird F to M buddy, and then they leaked the email. I mean, imagine that. Imagine having your emails leaked 10 years later on.
That shit has probably been sitting in the chamber for when the weird attack came. I was like, I'm not actually weird. I love a freak. My best friend's an absolute
One of my
weird
friends from
freak.
Yale is a freak show.
Yeah, it's like
Cut her tits off.
the weird shit about the Olympic ceremonies. Like I looked at like all.
Well,
the
that
old
was the
ones.
line. So the New York Times or one of them, Wall Street Journal, one of the headlines that I got was Paris Olympics opening ceremony. Parts of it were weird.
parts.
Yeah.
There's a dude nutsack on TV. I know. There's dudes like
Yeah.
full blown nutsack on
Yeah.
TV within like touching distance of a fucking child.
I mean, it's always the same thing, but they're suing they're suing because they're getting harassed and they're getting anti-Semitic harassment, but they're suing. They're trying to sue like people that are coming at them.
Who?
The people that did it.
Oh, the fucking like drag queens and shit.
The chubby one that was supposed to be Jesus or something.
Yeah, like
Zeus, whatever the fuck.
it's just like it's weird as shit.
It's a mockery of any religion.
For real. I mean,
Like
dude,
I think Bacchus would be offended by that blue man.
what's Bacchus?
That's who he's supposed to be.
Oh, really?
Dionysus. Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah. That's what like it's just weird as fuck that like for some reason like that's fair fucking game, and like any other religion you can't do it. Like it's one of those things where, like I see that happen. I'm like, maybe I should go to church.
Well, first of all, the Vatican's fucking strong. Nobody's taking this down.
Are you serious?
There's a Jubilee year coming next year.
Did you see the Knights Templar?
I didn't see anything cool. I just saw the
You went the dead
shit they
summer.
give for regular people. You can't see the giant. I thought I was going to see the thing that looks like snake eyes.
Oh, that church
Can't
or
see any of
whatever.
that shit. No.
Why?
I don't know. I just figured it was part of the tour. We never got around to it.
It's probably fucking impenetrable if you went in there, bro.
But next year's Jubilee year, they're expecting over 30 million fucking pilgrims.
That's gonna.
There's
be
30 million people that are planning a trip just to go visit St. Peter's Square. So, hey, dude, you want another crusade? Okay. You lost the last ones. Do it again. You want to start doing race replacement theory is not real? Whites are a global minority. I saw refugees hitting. Dude,
They're stabbing the fuck out of people in the UK.
I was in
right now.
Naples. I saw what I like some fucked up refugee shit.
Yeah.
I was in the airport in Egypt, and I locked eyes with a skinny, like a Somali.
Like I'm the
this
captain.
motherfucker wanted to kill me.
Now. I'm the captain
And,
now.
and it's
Somali?
like, bro, I could dehumanize that in 2 seconds.
if you were a soldier.
Yeah. It's dude, this motherfucker, the hate in his eyes, I was like, oh yeah, dude, you want to fight?
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
3 of you.
yeah, they're going hard as shit right now in the UK, just stabbing the fuck out of it. Like they stabbed 3 little girls.
Eventually, it's going to come to a point.
I think they wanted to.
Yeah.
That's what like Gaddafi was like, dude, what the fuck are you guys doing? Like you're
Yeah,
pushing them all into the UK. Like someone's trying to get some sort of
That Gaddafi shit makes way more sense to me now that I saw it, because it's like, it's Malta, and then it's Naples. So I was in Naples, and then I saw like that line. And when Valerie Jarrett called off Benghazi for the airstrike, that would have been minutes. They could have saved those dudes in no time. And you're right there. See, I've never really like checked out maps or anything.
Nah,
You know what I mean? So, but it's all right there.
yeah.
Like it's all the same fucking world. That's whatever. Yeah. Sorry if I'm, dude. I have extreme jet lag. I'm sorry if I'm not making any sense.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday when you pulled out your notes to pay someone for breakfast was fucking insane. Like, what do you want to do with Cass? Like, dude, maybe just sleep. Maybe just crush
I think
a
I
dream
need
off.
more sleep, dude. I'm fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, when we went to South Dakota and we were up for like 23 hours, I wasn't right for like, I went to work the next day and I left halfway through and I was like, dude, like, I think I might pass out. Like, I had one of those like weird feelings that came about
Yeah.
me and I was like, dude, if I pass out at work, I'm going to fucking cry.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna throw up.
You get, yeah, I mean, you got ultimate
The last
sleep
time I did
deprivation.
this, I went really slow.
Yeah.
I was in the same time zone, but I went back in little sections.
You inched into it.
Yeah.
That's probably your best bet.
Raw dog to 12-hour flight, no piss, no
Fucking
shit
great.
for 16 hours. Did not I'm literally just a bag.
You
of,
should get like
I'm a bag of skin, bro.
talk
Just
to
sit
Wim
there.
Hof, dude. To not
I'll go
piss-
toe-to-toe with
to
anybody.
not piss or shit for fucking 16 hours is insane.
I didn't. I stayed awake for over 30. I added it up.
30 hours.
Yeah.
Were you hallucinating?
I mean, I think I'm still in the. I'm still fucked up, bro.
Yeah, purely blue.
Put me on
room-
the spot here.
Purely blue room does not fucking help it at all either. What about the Marina Abramovich shit?
Oh yeah, so I was reading the great article about Booty Judge and all the white dudes for Harris. Literally the gayest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. White when they want to be, half of them.
Yeah.
Fucking such bullshit.
fits.
Yeah. Such bullshit. Like, it's so fake.
Yeah, dude.
It's crazy that they're doing it this fast.
There's an 18-year-old that becomes 18 every day, dude.
So
And
you-
they're like, holy shit, yeah, white dudes for Harris. I'm going to do that.
Yeah, but they're like, they're all cocky. Like, they have Kid Rock and Hulk Hogan, but we have, and then they just rattled off some like weird celebrities or whatever. In the New York Times, like the ones that they flexed on was like that they have is like Mark Hamill, Josh Groban, Lance Bass. Like, these are the gayest dudes. Like
Yeah, I mean-
Lance Bass is gay, right?
From NSYNC?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a gay guy.
And he's barely a celebrity.
I mean,
if I saw Lance Bass, I'd be like, holy shit, look, Lance Bass,
I would
keep
just
walking.
be like, yo, what the fuck, wait a minute, you weirdo. Yeah, the Groban's a tough one just because the ultimate childhood slam, like my cousins across the street would have Josh Groban's Christmas album, and it's like, dude, you listen to Josh Groban's, shut the fuck up. Like, you are gay. You listen to Josh Groban, so they have him. The Jeff Bridges talk was literally a fucking terrorist situation, gun to his head, where he's just like,
no, dude,
it's cool.
Jeff Bridges is not what you think, man. That dude.
Neither is Costner, bro.
Huh?
Neither is Costner.
Costner's not as bad as Bridges. Bridges goes back to like Bo Bridges. Like he's Hollywood dynasty. He's like Barrymore's. Like Bridges are like the old Hollywood families.
I had no
so
idea.
they'd be he's like a son of a. He might be the grandson of an actor who the fuck knows. Gordon Levitt's dad might have done his books. Who the fuck knows? Dude?
Gordon Levitt, like you couldn't get a fucking soul.
Gordo, yo, Third Rock from the Sun. I think that kid's a child. He might have got touched. Who the fuck knows?
Levitt?
Yeah.
He's Don Juan too. Isn't he?
That was a good one.
He is Don fucking
His
Juan.
face looked all fucked up.
Yeah, that was the most forced and weird thing ever, and they're not stopping anytime soon with that white dudes for Harris shit. That is so bad. That one dude was talking about crying when Hillary Clinton won.
That's not the kind of white I like, bro.
But Marino, sorry, I got sidetracked.
Oh yeah, so if you go on the white dudes for Harris thing, like, then it's like on the side, you know, they're like other articles.
Yeah.
They're writing a thing about Marina because she
Bring her to me.
Yeah, she's like back in the news. She's got a new art piece where she's screaming into the ocean. She got upset about the ocean and
She screamed at it.
She whipped it. She also did another art show thing where she whipped it a bunch of times because she was mad about a tsunami. But this time's about screaming it to like heal it with like positive energy because she wants to be more positive. She says she spent too much of her life like heartbroken. Who doesn't get in their feels with that shit?
Obviously,
but you know, she's selling a witch's brew of anti-aging products now. This is her new shit. Her new shit is to sell you what this guy Dr. Brenner is pushing, and I mean, who the fuck knows? This might be ancient witch remedies.
Stem cells in them?
Don't know, dude. She wants to live to 103. She's 77 right now. She just wants to stop fearing death. All of her friends are like in their 50s.
Stop worshiping the devil.
She doesn't hang out with anybody that's like around her age because everyone just complains about being old.
Yeah, obviously.
She asked Richard Branson to shoot her out into space.
Really?
That was in the article. Weird name drop, just to chuck that in there.
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
Do you remember the video where I was talking to you about how Lady Gaga, she MK Ultra Lady Gaga in the woods?
She put her out in the woods and fucking made her like pretty much be lost and naked or whatever.
Yeah, she came out and said she's like gonna get married to that Polanski dude. But like
What?
It's not related to Roman, but like I was just sitting there like, so Lady Gaga, like she can't chill. No. Like Lady Gaga is getting too much play for the Olympic opening with Celine Dion.
She did the Olympics?
She did the Olympic opening with Celine Dion. And Celine Dion, I thought, had frozen person syndrome or some shit.
Yeah, I thought she was like completely, her
She
show
got
was
paid
torched.
$1 million to sing a song.
God damn.
Hasn't sang in like fucking 4 years or something.
Yes, dude, she was like out for the count last time.
She's good as shit, yeah.
Obviously,
It was,
dude,
yeah.
she's Celine Dion.
Yeah,
My
she
heart
was
will
good
go
as
on.
shit, yeah.
You ever see Titanic?
Yeah, but
Okay. All right. No more. After this, I'm just done. If you want to fucking hear, I'm going to say, please reference this podcast. I'm not talking about Hunter Biden fucking anymore.
there's a word for this. I just can't remember what it is.
This is the Marco Polo.
The definitive.
Yeah, this is the Marco Polo documents. I listened to a 2-hour podcast before this with this Garrett dude on there. This guy's fucking. This is all true shit.
So when people say, "Oh, you got tricked again, Spade," it's fucking misinformation.
Dude, the way he has his set up is so like each crime that he has, it's set up for the people who investigate that. So the financial shit, it's set up for like a financial forensic like whoever the fuck those dudes are.
Financial detective.
Go through it and it's all the shit right there. And then you're like, oh, well, this is made up. Like him talking to Devin Archer in X place is made up. No, it's not. They have the text between him and Devin Archer. You could fake that. But then they have the geodata from pictures of when the text was sent. Yeah. When the text was sent. They had like everything is like triple checked. And there was a group of like, there's a dude Garrett, but then there's a bunch of other people. They wanted 141 G's from like places to do this. Like he was going around. He was like a Trump aide, and he went around places and he was like looking for 141 G's to do this, and everyone was just like, "Dude, fuck that! Like I want nothing to do with it." So I think it wound up costing like $90,000, and they got the whole fucking thing done.
Looks like $90,000 keyword searches and all this.
This is like, it's fucking insane how much shit. It's like 500 fucking pages. I'll get through as much as I can. But the main thing that like woke my whole shit up, because I read the fucking one book, but the timeline is where we'll start, and that is fucking. It just starts like you forget the fucking bullshit.
You love the member berries too.
The shit
you love to go back.
The shit with the Ukraine and the Bidens, like he was the dude in Ukraine, and like the fucking people were sitting there like, "Oh, Slav Ukraine, support Ukraine." It's like, dude, this is just Joe Biden's place. Where
I want to jump right now to page 169 and the Kolomoisky arrests, dude.
All right, so we start, and dude, this goes back to 2010. So fucking bear with me. I know I'm the worst reader in the world. John Paul Mac Isaac.
That's the man with the Jeff cap.
Yep.
With all that style.
Mind you, a liberal.
Oh, he doesn't even want to be doing this.
He does not like, dude. This dude's like dad was the one who talked to the Ziegler guy the most, because this John Paul Mac guy was not about any of that shit. So in 2010, this is when he opened his spot. I think it's in Jansen's. I can't remember, but Jansen's like a shopping center for the elite down there, where like you have stores, all that shit. So he makes that 2013 May 7th. Hunter receives 2 waivers for his age
I love this one.
and previous cocaine offense in order to be commissioned as an assigned in the Navy Reserves to a sedentary post in the public affairs unit. Dude.
All right, so this is Joe Biden's the vice president now, right?
This is 2013.
Yeah,
dude,
so
he's 40.
Well, you know, he had to start his life over. He talks about that.
Dude, this fucking killed me, because on a fucking mad one in his 40s, he's like, I'm going to serve this country and I'm joining the Navy.
Well, he was told to do these things. He gets psyoped into doing this shit all the time.
Yeah, he is around very manipulative people who are like, it's like, dude, I've said it in the past. I feel bad for these fuckers because they had no chance. Like,
yeah,
if your dad's willing to put you in these fucking financial positions to cover his ass, you're fucked from the gate. And I have on good intel that in high school, the man was fucking blowing lines.
Yeah, but they made him join the Navy to have a respectable job.
Yes.
When Obama was president and Biden was vice president, and he pissed hot day one.
The first day he went there, to get in, he had to put his age and his previous cocaine offense, and that day going in, pissed hot for fucking coke.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so December 2nd, 2013, Hunter flew on Air Force One to China. So
Air Force Two.
This thing goes the vice president. This thing goes all the fucking way back to 2013. That's when this motherfucker was in China. And the fucking crazy thing is about this laptop, everyone's like freaking out about, oh, like this shit just happened. This laptop is 10 years of fucking information on Hunter Biden.
There's 2 laptops,
Yeah.
and they say there's 3.
Probably.
They say there's another laptop.
Imagine how good you'd be with your belongings while on crack.
Well, there's one of the stories where there's a young brunette. She's Eastern European, and he was knocked out, and a couple of dudes came in and took the laptop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But dude, like,
I don't know if they got that laptop back.
probably not. And that was probably immediately used as some sort of, that's probably how they got into the situation with the Ukraine. Like, if you're fucking banging some
Might be how
hooker,
Trump ended up calling Zelensky. Yeah.
dude, if he had this, definitely. So we go to 2014, February 16th. Hunter's attorney, Thomas Gallagher, were notified by the Assistant Secretary of the Navy, Juan Garcia, that Hunter had been discharged.
You don't have to read all that. You don't have to read everything. We'll never get through this.
I know. I'm sorry. But, so let's see here. So here's where I start getting fucking member berries. February of 2014, after months of Western-backed protests,
It's the Maidan coup.
the Ukrainian parliament voted to oust President Viktor Yanukovych, I think his name is, and then he fucking peaced out to Russia, which is fucking insane that the president of Ukraine just peaced to Russia.
They were all the same country.
I know, but like knowing this, how can people be like, oh yeah, they're at pure odds with each other? So let's see here. Hold on one sec. All right. So yeah, fucking April 2014 is pretty much, for some reason, they must have been like, it seems like
Go back to that page real quick.
Hold on.
Just sorry, I just want to keep it together in my head. So, okay. So he pisses hot, and then it's the Maidan coup.
Yeah.
And then right after that, they're like, what are we going to do with this guy? And then they throw him into Burisma, basically.
Well,
within a couple months, because Joe Biden goes over there and starts setting up deals.
He hears about Burisma, and they're like one of the only people who have licensing there. So fucking somehow, Hunter Biden's boy, Devin Archer, ex-Abercrombie & Fitch model, gets in first. And then immediately following that, like, Devin Archer goes in.
He's a Yale fellow.
He's a Yale dude, and he sees what's going the fuck on, and on some weird shit is like, my son has a school project, and then goes and meets Joe Biden in the White House.
I remember reading that, yeah.
Yeah, so the only way, and Devin Archer went through fucking hell. Like, I
mean, he went to prison.
Yeah, so like, he was getting fucked with.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, he goes, visits Joe Biden for his son's school project, and then Hunter then joins the board of fucking Burisma.
The nepotism is so crazy because it really does borderline on like mafia stuff.
Yeah.
But it is crazy when you get the Bolger kid, Devin Archer, Chris Hines, and Hunter. I don't know if all these guys are like ne'er-do-wells, but they don't seem to be up for this task. Dude,
it's literally like, it's like stupid shit that they have to do so it's legal.
I know, but I'm saying like it's crazy that all these guys are around. Dude, these degenerate sons or whatever the fuck you want to call them.
That's like all of these companies. It's like no shit that like it's politicians and ex-mafia people, because like no one else wants to deal with this shit.
No
one else. Anyone else could like be like, hey, I live in Philadelphia. Let's see how I can make money in Philadelphia.
I'm good.
These guys have like the most greasy accountants. All of their money has to be coming in from like different angles. They can't just make money.
There was a great thing in this Marco Polo, I think in like the intro or whatever, when they're talking about these guys use the government as their if the mob will have like concrete businesses, trash businesses, these guys will have like lobbying firms, like political shit down in DC. It's the same deal.
Yeah. And they just have shell companies.
Yeah.
Like that Rosemont Seneca stuff, Biden and Devin Archer both had zero fucking skills in the oil business. Like a legitimate fucking retard. If you look at his rap sheet of like jobs he's had, he's just a fucked up dude.
I mean, Devin Archer just seems like a good-looking dude that cruises around saying, I know John Kerry and I know Joe Biden.
Yeah, so
that's like his deal.
He got in a bunch of shit when he was going through all that stuff because he just started like popping off on Burisma's homepage like, I know Joe Biden. So these, like, it's literally like Zoolander.
That's the only thing you can't say, dude.
The only thing you can't say is like, I have a relationship with Joe Biden. Yeah. And like, he's just like fucking.
He's probably one of the face guys.
Yeah, just completely gets destroyed for that. But the one big thing in April is they freeze $23 million from London bank accounts to Zolchevsky.
One of the owners, I guess.
That's the dude. That's the OG oligarch that owned Burisma.
Right.
So they freeze his fucking money. Joe Biden goes down and talks like to that dude. And it's like, son of a bitch, he did it. Literally tells them like, and mind you, when fucking Trump did this shit, they were freaking out because they're like, he's withholding aid to Russia.
Let's not do fucking whatabouts, dude.
Sorry. Yeah, so this guy just commits a bunch of fucking foul.
No, good. That's a very important part right there. May 12th, dude, Burisma publicly announces that Hunter joins the board. So they freeze
2014.
The dude that owns the money, the dude that owns Burisma has the money. One of the oligarchs from the fallout of the Soviet Union.
Yeah.
And then the powers that fucking be, whatever you want to call America, comes in and just goes, yo, your money, 23 mil, gone. You can't spend it. ATM zero.
Yep.
London Bank. IRS can do that shit to you. Yeah. So City of London's like, bye-bye. And then, what's that? 2 weeks later, they say that, they're like, dude, by the way, my son's going to be on the board.
Yeah.
And I mean, I hate to do that, but what if it was Don Jr.?
Obviously, you can't help but do that shit. So, yeah, I mean, they fucking violated a bunch of those FARA things. Like, they were literally like, it was like the Wild West. And this is 2015. So, like.
And, dude, we're talking 2013, 2014. We're about to hit 2015. This is probably the first laptop that he's been carrying around.
Yeah.
This guy's lost 57 phones. Chieftain has lost 57 phones, dude.
Yeah. Bro Han Solo has lost a Porsche as well. Yeah, so December 2nd, Hunter and Archer, along with this Eric Schwerin guy, dude, is a fucking rat. Receive conference call notes regarding Joe's upcoming travel to Ukraine. So they're like, Biden's going back and forth, and this is while Trump's running. So like all of this shit's going down, and this is like, if you were on 4chan and stuff, you remember this shit happening during the election, spazzing out. So like Trump's chomping to become fucking president. And like
and the failing New York Times is writing articles about the credibility of the vice president's at stake because he's propping his son up on the board of a fucking natural gas company, of an energy company. Not even to get into Metabiota.
Dude, all these words ring.
I'm so excited.
So fucking 2016.
You're licking your chops.
White House releases a statement praising Poroshenko for firing a Ukrainian prosecutor. Which makes no sense, dude. They're literally just fucking scumbags.
This is the famous quid pro quo video.
Yes. Son of a bitch, he did it. So,
honestly, I should play it, dude.
The dude Shokin was investigating fucking Burisma. Joe Biden withheld aid to the hurting Ukraine, Slav Ukraine, withheld aid until they fired the dude investigating his son's company. Dude, this was for $25,000 a week. This is a little amount of money. These guys are scumbags. Burisma's getting him 25 G's a week. Joe Biden's probably taking 10%. This dude withheld aid to people getting fucked up for maybe, who knows, $15,000 after it's all said and done. These are like, this shit reminds me of like WAP contractors who like they can't help it. Like they pretend like every job's a huge government job with kickbacks.
Yeah. Where
they like, yo, can you got this house? Like, yeah, no problem. Like, all right, well, give me 5%. It's like, dude, are you fucking serious?
Let me put a little on top for me.
This is a house I'm tearing out. Why do you need this money? This is just what they know.
That's how everything is, though.
This is what they're good at, so this is what it is.
That's how every government, anything closely related to the local government I've ever worked for or a major corporation involves a heavy kickback.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's substantial, dude. It's like between 10 and 20%.
It's a lot of fucking money.
All the way down the line. So if there's a job that goes out for the township that's priced at like $9,000, by the time I do it, I'm getting like 3.
Yeah.
But it's gone down the chain of like 3 or 4 dudes.
Yeah. They're not doing it for free.
This goes all the way to the top. This is the whole budget of the United States. They're picking us clean, dude. There might be nothing left.
Yeah,
then Bitcoins are thriving.
The IRS is going to come here and fucking trouble a guy for a $600 deposit.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Shake me down.
Do I need to fucking make a shell company in Ukraine just to make a few transactions? So April, they even have the fucking time, dude.
Oh, go back. You skipped like a year.
Hold on.
You're on 20. Hold on. Oh, so then nothing happens. All right, that's the end of that laptop.
So that's the end of the Ukraine shit for 2015.
Okay.
And then fucking there's some millings about the where's Hunter, business emails, all that shit in 2016.
Okay.
So a year later, in April 2016, motherfucker.
No, this is 2019, dude.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
It's 3 years later.
So 3 years later, drops it off. He was fucked up dropping it off.
He relapsed, dude. He started. I'm not gonna derail it. Keep going.
Yeah. So April 12th, he drops it off. April 17th, comes back with a fucking hard drive to try to get shit off of it.
Oopsie.
So it literally took the dude a day, and it has the invoice number on here. Like this Marco Polo thing is bulletproof. So April 25th, 2019, Joe announces his candidacy for presidency. July 25th, Trump calls Zelensky.
End of the world, dude.
Literally Hitler. Once this goes down, he's completely Hitler. Hold on.
No, I'm asking you. Like you're reading it.
Ask me.
What I'm trying to say is, so basically, like what we're talking about here is Hunter's fucked up on crack again. Fucked up, relapsed after 7 years.
Buddy's fucked up.
Bud walks in, and a wee man in a Jeff cap takes a shit. But so scroll up a little bit. I just want to read that.
Sure.
So he drops it off to the Mac shop. He's all fucked up. He goes back. now his dad has been waiting to decide to run for president this whole time.
Yes.
So like he's been back and forth with Devin Archer and all these guys. He's still out in the world. He's not just fucked up on crack. He's still in like Rosemont, Seneca. Right?
He's doing that and he's going to rehab. Like, dude, like,
okay, so this is where I'm getting all the cool phone calls and all the stuff that I got, right?
yeah, like what you're looking at is 10 years of shit.
All right, so anyway,
because he was in Burisma in 2014, so like all these phone calls are during Trump's presidency.
Yeah.
Like while
so
there's not a lot of shit when Joe Biden's actually running because it's all done.
So that's what I was trying to get at here. So I'm looking at this. Hunter's still in Rosemont, Seneca. 3 years ago, the New York Times had no problem talking about how the point man for Ukraine's son is now on a board in Burisma and saying that is kind of compromising his like anti-corruption issues, you know.
Now, if you
hear me out.
Yeah.
You got Joe Biden announcing his candidacy for president. A month later, Trump calls Zelensky. Pelosi flips the fuck out and says we're going to impeach him. And now there's this became Russian disinfo.
yes,
All of this Burisma stuff.
yes,
Okay. This is this thing that you're reading now is all they're putting the agents on it now. Now we got social media colluding with the FBI. Now we're getting into we're going to throw this into Russiagate.
yes.
That was their plan.
Yeah. So the funny thing you have to think about when you go back to like the 2014, 2015 stuff, when they're like, yo, what the fuck's up with Hunter Biden? This is inappropriate. That's when Hillary Clinton was running.
Yeah.
So it's a warring faction of people who run the media. So Hillary Clinton's people were trying to make anyone from Biden's camp / Obama look bad. Because, dude, if Hillary Clinton was president, that sick fuck probably would have arrested them. It would probably there's a reason Trump won, and it's not just because Trump had the Riz. Like, Hillary Clinton's going after these fuckers. Like, they all want fucking their own shit. So there's so many different tentacles in this thing.
She's a vampire.
She's a fucking cunt. So the other fucked up part is, where is it? Mac Isaac's father, Richard Stevenson, a patriot. Fucking, he was a U.S. Air Force retired colonel. And when he went to get his Gibbs, they said, lawyer the fuck up. So this dude was the one that really fucking put the coals on and was like, let's go. Because he was pissed at the fucking government. Yeah. And dude, the other thing that's
nobody knows the government better than the military guys.
Yeah. And another thing that's fucked up is this stuff from December 9th when you see Agent Diesleck or whatever the fuck his name is. Yeah. He went in there and got this stuff and then completely threatened the dude. Like, the Bidens have legitimate thugs, like the Corleones have in fucking Godfather.
Yeah, wasn't it the Winter Hill Gang up in fucking Boston? Isn't it? Yeah.
Literally, dude, they have people going out and doing cleanup. They have multiple
Dude, they say that Delaware is the shadiest place.
It's insane.
It's white collar and drug running.
It's where all the credit card companies
are. All the credit card companies and all the it's like a port city literally just for